Hey, look, we're on.
We're on.
We're on.
Surprise.
Yay.
And y'all thought you forgot my voice.
Oh, no, I don't think anybody forgot your voice.
You're like, who the hell is this guy?
It grates on your nerves.
Someone's sticking a pencil in their ear right now.
Ah, the pain.
Hurts so good.
Come on, baby. Make it hurt so good. Hey, we're live on Periscope now. Yay, live on Periscope.
Yay.
Are you sharing with everybody? Because I shared with everybody.
I'm about to.
Because I shared with everybody.
You know, so my mom was heading back, and so she left yesterday to go back home.
Yeah.
And she didn't make it to Greensboro.
Ruh-roh.
And blew a tire.
Ruh-roh.
So I had to come back.
Oh, gosh.
I was here another extra night, so now she just texted me and said she was on. They made it to Kentucky.
Good.
Like, yay!
Yay, they made it to Kentucky. What is up, man?
It's like I tell somebody, it's what happens when you go from very dry air to very humid air. It kind of
Humid air?
F's your lungs up.
You're like, can't breathe.
Close. I almost like it's not quite like pneumonia, but
It's like you're drowning.
it's like something's in the back of my throat and won't stop.
Drowning in my spit.
I'm telling you, it's real.
See, there you go. Good job.
Yeah, I know that
Nice.
song too.
For anybody on Periscope, I don't like they can see us, but they can't watch us. They can watch us, but they can't talk to us yet.
Boo.
Boo. Well, they can on Twitter. You can find us at DOA Show there.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag I see what you did there.
I see what you did there.
I saw the shirts went out.
Yes, they did. Everybody's got them.
Well,
They've
not
got
everybody.
them?
I got to get some.
Well, I mean, everybody that
I need to get
everybody that's currently at the
all the cool
annuals,
kids. All the cool kids have.
all
them.
the annuals have them.
All the cool.
All our
kids.
defenders have them.
Yeah, my mother was asking me about that.
She needs to become a defender.
Well, she is.
No.
No, she's on the
That's
single thing.
$5.
She wants to know if that, and I told her I'd find out.
What?
But she wants to make sure that if she goes at it this new way, that it'll.
It'll only be annual.
No, I'm saying it'll negate the original way through Patreon. And I said you probably have to cancel.
You have to cancel Patreon.
But
yeah, she has to cancel Patreon first.
that's what I thought. But I told her I would check and find out to make
Oh
sure.
yeah, it's all good.
So.
Alrighty. We're about to go live on the Spreakers
I'm excited because this is the
and the
third-
Facebooks.
Hold on, this is the third or fourth week.
Third or fourth week, what?
I haven't been blocked. I haven't been.
Oh yeah. Neither
I
have
haven't
I.
been kicked.
Oh,
or nothing.
so you didn't hear? PragerU got like half of their stuff just dropped, and then the next day, all of
Shut
their
up.
stuff was put back on. Like,
Wow.
yeah, Facebook apparently somebody decided to like start a ban war on PragerU, and so they started like saying this is bad content. This is bad content.
Just to be a douche.
And they lost.
Wow.
They went from 2 million viewers to 0 within a day. Anyway,
Wow.
going live on the Spreakers and connecting to everybody.
Yeah.
Guess what? We are live, sucker.
Sweet. It's so good to be back.
I know, right?
It is. I lied. There's a part of me that's really happy to be back here.
Oh yeah.
And there's another part of me that really wishes I was back on that boat.
Oh yeah. I know.
I'm telling you,
yeah.
brother.
I mean,
it's,
I've never been on a cruise, but if I was on a cruise, I would be the same way. I know
It's-
exactly what you mean.
it's
there.
amazing. It really
Mhm.
is. It's one of those. I'm gonna post it anyway. If he's got a problem with it, he can say something later.
What's that?
Nothing. I'll tell you later.
What? What's going on?
Can't.
What the-
We're live, and
well, you
people
know.
might be paying attention.
They might be.
Might be. And so they'll figure it out later when the time comes.
They will.
No, I'm telling you, like, it's the weirdest thing. Like, if you've never been on a cruise, it's there are no, like, the one thing that'll stand out is there are no trash cans.
There are no trash cans?
None.
Hey, Wendy.
Hey, Wendy.
Yay.
Yay.
You're here.
Yeah, there are no trash cans.
That does. Well, okay.
So that means every time, like, you literally just leave your crap where it's at.
That's weird.
It is very weird.
That makes me feel weird.
It does. Until, like, the day before you get ready to come back home.
And then
That's when you're used to it.
that's when you get used to it. You're like, whatever.
I got that. Oh, you just leave it. You're just literally just dumping stuff wherever. Oh, look, it's a table. No one's sitting here. Punk. And you just set it there and go.
I'm just going to set this glass right here.
Yep. Or worse, you get really
Hey,
like
Lance.
get really anxious or real kind of arrogant, and just kind of when you catch somebody walking by, be like, excuse me, here, can you take this, please? Thank you.
You really do?
No, I didn't, but
You
I've
didn't,
seen
but you've
people.
seen
I've
people
seen
do that.
people do it.
You've seen people do it.
I've seen people do it. I would never engage in such
craziness.
Yes, that's horrible
terrible.
thing. That's a horrible way to treat somebody, even if that's what they're paid to do.
Yeah, that's what they're paid to do, but you don't want to do that because that's not right.
No, that's not the good Christian way to act.
That's not how you do things.
That's not how I do things.
Not around sure.
Word. It was so good, though. I got burnt.
Burnt?
My nose got burnt real bad.
My kids all went to the pool the other day. My parents, the place that they live, they have a little community pool. They all went to the pool. Iris is the only one that really got burnt, other than my wife. And so like she has the same sort of issue that you have right now, where like the nose is like peeling and like bright red. I don't know if anybody else can see it on the Facebook feed, but his nose is bright.
It is. Well,
bright
no,
red.
you should have seen me. Like, I've got pictures. I could show you.
Yes, Wendy, you do need to go get a mug because it's fabulous.
Yeah.
Be like Erica and us.
Join the cool kids.
Join the cool kids.
Be a part of the cool kids.
Also, any of you guys want to become defenders? You just go to our site, go to the members page.
That's how bad it was.
That's bad. You were lobster. All right. So we're going to cut off the feed, so everything, or not the feed, but we're going to cut off sound so that when we actually kick on, we're going to kick on. All right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay.
Transferring back.
Bye. Hello, everybody. I know, it's weird hearing my voice,
it's weird,
isn't
right?
it? It's like usually it's been Steven for the past, like, week.
3 shows.
Yeah, it's awkward. No, I am back. I am in the hizzy. Yeah, I shouldn't have said that.
You shouldn't have said. Let's try to cut that cut. All right.
We'll edit that out.
3, 2.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Defenders of American Exceptionalism. I am Dylan. That is Steven. It is so good to be back in the saddle again.
Hey.
Love it, love it, love it. Go to DOAEshow.com for everything that is Defenders of American Exceptionalism. We have got an awesome show for you tonight.
Yes.
Well, I say awesome. It's the first thing we're going to lead off with. It's not really that awesome.
Yeah. But before we get to any of that, we need to do all of our legal promos and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can find us on Facebook, Twitter. You can find us pretty much anywhere you want to at DOAE Show on all the social medias. If you go to our website, www.doaeshow.com, you can go there. You can see all the latest articles that we have from all of our submitters and contributors there. You can also see all of our shows, past and present. You can watch us live there. You can also watch us live on YouTube and on Facebook, where you can then comment if you'd like to comment.
Yes.
And if you do comment, use the hashtag I see what you did there.
Yes.
Oh, and if you want to become a defender with us, you can go and join at the members page.
Yeah.
It's $5 a month or $50 a year. And when you go annual, $50 a year,
get an awesome shirt.
you get the I See What You Did There shirt.
It's a good shirt. I love that shirt.
It's so good.
It's so good. I'm so proud of that shirt.
It's so nice.
But real fast. Oh, what is it? Oh, yeah, and enjoy. You might go while you can. Like, seriously, go and enjoy the YouTube and everything else, because
Eventually.
sooner rather than later, we might be going to a spot where
Behind the paywalls.
behind a paywall. So anyway,
We may keep like a 15-minute play.
maybe everybody's doing that now. I feel like it might be played out. We'll see. We'll know. Well, as it goes down, we'll let y'all know. But yeah, enjoy it while you can, because we're.
And all of our audio will always be free.
Oh yeah, although it'll always be free.
You'll always be able to hear us.
Big and hopefully, and I know we keep saying this. I feel like we're leading y'all along. Hopefully,
It's not as bad as Ben Shapiro.
No, I know.
Ben Shapiro in his store for 7 years.
Well, I was gonna say, but hopefully a week from today, we'll have big news.
Big news?
Hopefully.
Big news.
Hopefully.
Bigly? Is it bigly news?
It is very bigly. I was told it's either going to be Tuesday or Friday.
Tuesday or Friday?
Yeah, I said
that is a really big gap.
That's exactly what I said.
It's a crazy large
That's exactly what I said. But anyway.
All right, so let's get into this.
Yes.
All right, these are just a couple of the headlines.
Yes.
Venezuela hit by 7.3 magnitude earthquake.
Oh man, that's 7.3 is
7.3 earthquake. It was felt over 100 miles from the epicenter. Crazy. Insider.
Wow.
Yeah, Venezuela shuts down as citizens grapple with new currency. A cryptocurrency is making huge inroads in Venezuela because of inflation.
This is just... See, can I go back on the boat real fast? This is just... No, come on.
You can't get back on the boat, and neither can these people. Oh, by the way, another thing that happened in Venezuela. Not in Venezuela, but in their surrounding countries. All of the Venezuelan refugees that have been trying to flood other countries, they've all been kicked out and pushed back into Venezuela because crimes have happened.
Wow. What?
We're talking about the largest, but the smallest country, but it has the largest oil reserves of any country in the world. Any country. Any. All of them.
Guess what the problem is?
They're socialist.
I was going to say, they're state-ran. They're,
Everything is so state-run. Everything is run by the dictatorship. Everything is set up in such a way.
Socialism at its finest.
It is socialism at its finest. It's that, if you were listening to Saturday Night, it is that hard socialism.
I wasn't listening. So.
Yeah, I know you weren't. You were on a boat, or you were driving home from a boat.
No. I was on a boat. I didn't drive home until Sunday.
All right, you and Andy Sandberg. All right. I'm so glad you got that joke.
Oh, you're a jerk.
Yes, anyway. You're welcome. That's all good. Anyway, but these people, they're this incredible dictatorship, and by I say incredible, as you know,
it's not a good incredible.
It's not good. It's bad. It's very, very bad. We are slowly, but surely, pushing ourselves into a place where this is going to be a response by people.
Yep.
And by that I mean people are going to call for a dictatorship.
It's kind of weird. I was thinking something about this not too long ago. Actually, it wasn't last week.
Or was it?
No, I know it wasn't because I wasn't thinking of a lot last week at all. But no,
you were on a boat.
I was in a boat, and I had
with your flippy floppies on.
No, I was barefooted most of the time, and I had either a hamburger or taco in one hand and a adult beverage in the other.
Oh, hamburger or taco?
Or taco.
Why not both? Why didn't you have a hamburger taco? Or a taco burger?
I actually did.
Oh, good man. Good man. That's what you do.
It is.
That's the American way of life.
Double fist in that sucker. Anyway, now I had a thought about this, and
Sorry.
It made me think of if I can go so biblical for a moment.
No.
It kind of reminded me of when the Israelites were talking about, we want a king, we want a king, we want a king. Look how that turned out.
That turned out terribly.
It was magical sunset ride right there.
Yeah.
And that's all I can think of is Steve was right. We're going to get to a point where, we're going to start expecting somebody who is going to basically the hell with the Constitution and the rule of law. Mm-hmm. Let's turn around and just kind of have somebody who will take that magic pen and get stuff done.
Yes.
And we're going to end up. Actually, I will believe we will fall harder than even what Venezuela is sitting at right now.
Yeah, and then you also have the other issue for America. So we know all the problems with Venezuela. I don't want to really dig into all of them. The biggest issue there is inflation and the fact that their dictator decided that he was just going to cut inflation by making brand new money. Stupid.
Because
Bad
that's
idea.
how it works.
That's how it works, apparently. So he decided he was going to print money, but he was going to print brand new money instead of new money, so the inflation would cut in half or something like that. Anyway,
yeah, some weird.
Here's our issue. Here's why I say that we are leading ourselves into a dictatorship. We have two houses in the legislative branch.
Yes.
Both of those houses are giving away their power. They're giving away their power to either the judicial branch or to the executive branch. They're saying, no, Mr. President, you make the laws.
Mm-hmm.
And no. Judges, you tell us that it's actually a law. Don't tell us if it's constitutional. Just tell us how to change the wording to make it a law.
Yeah, how does it fit the agenda that we want it to fit?
To make it a law.
Put it
tell us how we need to word it.
Yep.
And so Mr. President, you get to make the laws by executive fiat, and the judiciary, just tell him he did it fine. He did a good job.
Just drop the gavel and be done.
Just tell him he did a good job, because that's all we want. We just want to sit here and make our millions of dollars over the next 30 years by being a figurehead and letting the president do all of our work for us.
Yes, and what? How do you get there officially? By being as lazy as humanly possible, apparently.
Yes, and by being a politician in America's standards.
Well, yeah, exactly. Because there was a point back in the day when the founding happened, people actually cared.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I know. Weird.
Sorry.
It's a crazy thought, I know.
What you mean?
The guys who actually ran for office were actually, you know how they call them, people servants and social servants and things like that.
Public servant.
Public servant.
Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, you know how they say that now, and it's kind of more of a tongue-in-cheek kind of a thing.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, at the founding, that was actually taken legitimately.
Yeah, the whole term of presidency was actually the lowest of low. That was the term that was so low. It was basically call me your slave.
Mm-hmm. And nobody acts like that now. Now, not only have they gone from taking power, which they are doing. Yes. By the way.
Yeah.
But not only are they trying to take, even giving up on that to a point, but now they're just like, keep me in my cushy little job where I don't do anything. I can, point and say, oh, look at me. I've done this and that. I voted, but it just doesn't work and blah, blah, blah. And I'm looking out for you, but they wouldn't let me win, et cetera, et cetera. And then point it off onto somebody else and then maintain a job for, 60 years.
Right.
Or, however long,
however long that is.
Harry Reid was in office, or McCain, or Nancy Pelosi.
Nancy
Pelosi.
Hoy.
I know. It's one of the. We
have it. Not a fan of the Pelosi.
No. She, bless her heart. But no, we're quickly becoming Venezuela. We're quickly becoming.
And see, we're quickly becoming that, but we're doing that in a way that it makes people feel like we're not. They're saying, "Oh no! We're talking about the Nordic socialism. We're talking about we're like Sweden. It's just Sweden. Everybody likes Sweden."
How do you boil a frog?
You put them in cold water, and then you turn the temperature up very slowly.
Yep. And that's exactly what's happening to us. That's exactly what's happening to us.
So we're frogs?
Well, I was going to say, I just heard Alex Jones in my head. Turn the freaking frogs gay.
I know exactly where you were going.
Yeah. No, but it's not even. We're not even that. It's called progressivism. And what's bad is and I hate to insult anybody, but for the ignorant folks out there, to be progressive isn't necessarily a good thing. I mean, it doesn't mean the open-mindedness that you like to think it does.
It's not open-minded. No. It's actually completely closed-minded to everything but your views.
That word doesn't mean what I think you think it means. Oh, anyway. Phew. Already gone another segment. Guys, stay tuned. We got a lot to cover. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
As a small business owner, there's one word that you absolutely dread: payroll. For small businesses, it's a big burden. You may think you're saving time and money doing it yourself. But come on, are you? Timesheets, processing checks, calculating taxes, a total waste of your time. Paychex simplifies payroll processing, saving you time and money. Submit your payroll online, fax it in, or call your dedicated Paychex payroll specialist. And you're done. Learn more at trypaychex.com. Come on, do the math. The IRS dishes out 8 million penalties a year. Make one mistake, and you're on the hook. On average, you're losing nearly one business day every month doing payroll. That's time and money you'll never get back, unless you get Paychex. More than 500,000 small businesses already do. Call 877-750-5371. Trade payroll pressure for peace of mind. Call now, 877-750-5371. That's 877-750-5371.
Hey, this is Dylan and Steven from Defenders of American Exceptionalism, here to give you the facts about hydration.
Thirst pains are real. Chronic joint pains, headaches, and ulcers can often spell dehydration. Water's needed to carry acidic waste away from the cells, and when we're dehydrated, these wastes don't get carried away, leading our nerves to interpret it as pain.
If you're tired, it may be dehydration. One study found that a mere drop in water levels in the body can cause a 25 to 30% loss in energy. Even a 3% drop can cause fuzzy thinking, brain fog, and a slower metabolism.
How do you remedy this? Some people may ask.
Earthwater. Go to earthwater.com/DOAE show to get yours now.
These bottles are packed with 70 plus trace minerals, 9.5 pH balance, no carbs, sugars, artificial sweeteners, preservatives, chemicals, or calories.
It's organic, gluten-free, and vegan as well because it's, well, water.
And with its high active carbon and molecular oxygen levels and antioxidants, it will hydrate you the way to a better life.
That's earthwater.com/DOAE show to get your bottles today.
earthwater.com/DOAE show.
According to a 2017 Gallup poll, 85% of Americans hate their jobs. 85%. And most of those people will continue to hate their jobs over something as simple as updating and formatting their resume. Let Nicole's Resume Renewal Service help you gain a leg up in an already competitive job market. Please go to www.facebook.com/Nicole's Resume Renewal Service and relieve yourself of the worry of an outdated resume. Use the promo code DEFENDERS and receive $10 off your order of a resume cover letter package. That's www.facebook.com/Nicole's Resume Renewal Service. Don't be part of that 85%. Log on today at www.facebook.com/Nicole's Resume Renewal Service and use the promo code DEFENDERS for $10 off.
Welcome back, everybody. Defenders of American Exceptionalism. Go to DOAEshow.com for everything that is Defenders of American Exceptionalism.
And if you /shop,
you can buy yoga pants.
or you can buy a mug, or you can buy a shirt.
Or you can buy yoga pants.
Really?
I really want
You're going to push this until somebody buys it.
All I need is one.
I know.
Just one. And I don't want it to be me. I'll buy a pair, but it doesn't count if I do it. I need somebody to pick up a pair just to say.
All right, we need to get on with
Anyway, so trying to figure out how to do this. So we have a guest on right now, David. I'm going to butcher this.
Butcher this name.
I did this last time when we met at CPAC too.
Yes.
What is your last name? Say it for me real fast, please.
Sure, Shestokas.
Shestokas. See, I was so close, like a native.
You were on a roll. You were almost there.
He
was
right
so
there.
close.
Right there.
So close.
David is an author.
Yeah, it was just this good.
Exactly. David is an author, Constitutional Soundbites, and of his latest book, Creating the Declaration of Independence. David, thank you for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it.
I'm very, very happy to be with you guys. I think I'd be a little more comfortable if I was in yoga pants.
Well, they're for sale, I can tell you. Anyway, so tell us. You and I talked, and we talked with Jonathan and everything too at CPAC, not this past time, but the time before, and we were covering your book, Constitutional Soundbites. So you came out with another book, The Creating of the Declaration of Independence. Can you kind of Reader's Digest version? What is this book about?
Reader's Digest version is it actually covers a couple of weeks leading up to the 4th of July, and starts out with Richard Henry Lee and his proposal for independence. When he offered the resolution for independence, he was the first guy to actually do that, to actually mention independence in public. Because they were going around pretending a lot of things. Even George Washington had his army, and they were pretending they were fighting a ministerial army. They weren't going against the king, because if they were going against the king, there was this little thing called treason.
Yeah,
and treason was a big thing. So. And the penalties for treason were huge, not the least of which is the last penalty in the bunch after you've had your entrails cut out and had them burned, and just while you're still alive, and a few other things like that. And ultimately, you wind up with your head cut off.
That's nice.
Sounds like a fun-filled Saturday.
Yeah, right. Fun-filled Saturday, but it was heavy on Richard Henry Lee's mind because he was going to be the first one to do this in public, to call for that, and so we follow Richard Henry Lee in kind of leading up to when he proposes independence, and then following that, of course, they didn't jump on it right away. You know what they did in the Second Continental Congress? Of course, they did what politicians do everywhere, and that was they appointed 3 committees. Because nobody else wanted it. Only John Adams actually walked out on that treason limb with Richard Henry Lee.
Wow. Right.
And so we follow Richard Henry Lee, and then period of John Adams, and then actually a lot of things happen in City Tavern in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah.
Not the least of which is John Adams and Tom Jefferson kind of figured out what the format's going to be for the Declaration, who they're going to talk to, what they want to achieve. And actually, they had to talk Jefferson into doing it. He didn't really want to do it. He wanted to go back to Virginia because he thought that's where the action was.
Gotcha.
And so there's the story behind how Jefferson actually created the Declaration, what he came to, why it starts with when in the course of human events, because of course a lot of things started in those days. Big proclamations from governments usually started with whereas. But of course, whereas was something that started a proclamation from a king, and these guys were getting rid of a king.
Okay.
Was the idea. So they couldn't really start with whereas. So there's those kinds of things that went into perhaps the launching of the most exceptional period of political progress in human history, probably dating from 1776 to 1791. You guys being the defenders of American exceptionalism, I would suggest that those 15 years were just incredible because as I note in the book, at the time of the Declaration of Independence, of course let's get back to one other thing. I focus on 55 words of the Declaration.
Yeah.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. Mm-hmm. And we start out with that and wind up with the consent of the governed. There's 55 words in there that really should define America.
Right.
That's the American creed. And where that come from, how that developed, and how Jefferson wanted to actually reflect the American mind rather than drive the American mind when he was creating the Declaration of Independence. I think people should know that. But they should also know some other things. I was talking about the treason situation. Mm-hmm. Of course, we've been hearing lately of people potentially going to prison for 300 years because they didn't file their taxes.
Yeah, which used to be a thing there.
Yeah. Well, the fact is of course, I'm a former prosecutor and I've done probably 20,000 criminal cases. Mm-hmm. Nobody ever gets the worst thing usually, 99% of the time. But these guys actually knew. John Adams, personal family physician, Dr. Joseph Warren, mm-hmm. actually died at Bunker Hill and in fact was beheaded.
Ooh.
He didn't. So they actually knew some people that had in fact been beheaded. So when they're going on this treason thing, they know that the British are not beyond actually inflicting the punishment that the British law calls for. Gotcha. And so people don't understand. We've lost. There's so many things we've lost, but certainly, and one of the things I heard you guys talking about Venezuela and some other things. One of the things that allows folks to slice us and dice us is that we no longer teach what should be our common heritage.
Amen.
Correct.
It's sort of like, of course, when you're dating somebody and you're about the same age, because then you know the same music, you know the same songs, you saw the same movies. Mm-hmm. There's things that you have to relate to. When we don't teach American history, we don't teach our heritage, and have a common understanding, then there's nothing to bind us together.
Yeah, there's no commonality. Exactly.
There's no commonality. There's not that shared heritage, shared experience. And that's what allows people who are in seeking power to slice us and dice us into little interest groups, if you will, because we don't have that commonality that historically we've shared. And that's kind of what creating the Declaration of Independence tries to bring home to people, is that there was a commonality that was shared among the folks. We talk about the 5 audiences or so that Jefferson was trying to talk to. Mm-hmm. He was talking to certainly he was talking to foreign powers. Trying to get them as allies. He was talking to what few friends we had in the British Parliament. He was talking to Americans at large, of course. He was talking specifically to the folks in George Washington's army. And beyond that, he was talking, of course, specifically to the King of England. And so there was 5 audiences that he had to address in those what amounted to about 3,000 words when it was all said and done. Mm. And he did it really, really, really well. Yeah. And in fact, at the time that he wrote this, when he said, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal," well, that's pretty that seems to be the common acceptance now, 240 some odd years later. Yeah. But at the time he wrote it, the accepted wisdom was that there were people that were meant to rule over others.
Right, and that was the accepted wisdom for most of civilization.
For about 10,000 years.
Yeah, pretty much from since the times of Israel.
And I was going to say, and I would argue that it's still a way of life for a lot of people even now. So, David, hang on for a second. We're going to come right back on the other side. We'll talk more about this. We're getting ready to go into break. Guys, don't go anywhere. Defenders of American Exceptionalism. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Attention business owners and independent contractors. This is a money-saving message from Tax Mediation Services. If your business owes $20,000 or more in taxes, we can help you today, right now. Listen, dealing with the IRS is no picnic. It's an intimidating and extremely stressful process, and you don't want to go it alone. Our attorneys know every law, every tax break, and every possible opportunity to help you resolve and reduce your tax debt. And if you owe more than $20,000, you may be at the top of their hit list. So don't take your tax debt lightly, because it will not go away on its own. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, your home, and even shut down your business. Call our tax experts today at 1-800-249-8901 and let us deal with the IRS while you focus on your business. That's 1-800-249-8901. Again, 800-249-8901.
So you're looking for a job, right?
Wait, no. Should I be? I mean, I always keep my options open, but should I?
We'll talk about that after this goes on. But if you happen to be looking for a job, one of the most important things you will need is an updated and current resume.
Are you trying to tell me something here?
Nicole's Resume Renewal Service is where you should go take your resume to the next level.
I really don't understand. Have you seen what happens when you try to go it alone?
Go to Facebook.com/Nicole's Resume Renewal Service to get your resume in top shape. And don't forget to use the promo code Defenders for $10 off any resume package.
Is this because we aren't going daily right now?
That's Facebook.com/Nicole's Resume Renewal Service. That's Facebook.com/Nicole's Resume Renewal Service with the promo code Defenders for $10 off.
Is this really for me?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, seriously. Is this for me?
Nah, it's a water under the bridge.
Do you have an idea for an invention or new product? Do you think companies would be interested in your idea? Do you want to try to get a patent? Then call InventHelp now. InventHelp keeps your idea confidential and explains every step of the invention process. We create professional materials representing your idea and submit it to companies who are looking for new ideas. We have more than 9,000 companies who have agreed to review ideas in confidence. If a company shows interest in manufacturing your invention, we can negotiate on your behalf. We have helped over 10,000 clients receive patents. We also offer services including 3D modeling and animation demonstrating your idea, prototyping services, and we use state-of-the-art technology to show InventHelp client ideas to additional companies. Join the thousands of people just like you who chose InventHelp to pursue their idea. We are experienced. We are working for you. We are InventHelp.
Call us for free information at 1-800-352-4158. That's 1-800-352-4158. Again, 1-800-352-4158.
And welcome back, folks. Defenders of American Exceptionalism. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. All of them at DOAE Show. Also go to DOAEShow.com.
And if you want to comment for us, you can use the hashtag. I see what you did there.
I do see what you did there. David Shestokas.
You did it again.
On it.
Again. He just can't do it.
Drop in my mouth. We'll say it that way.
That's all right.
Shestokas.
It's the Lithuanian pronunciation.
There you go. There you go.
Yes, indeed.
The author of creating the Declaration of Independence. He decided we are going to have him stick around for another segment and hang out for a little bit. A couple questions real fast, and we're going to dive into something else. But sure. I wanted to ask you, so what was it that kind of inspired you to decide that you wanted to write about this beginning? Because after listening you describe the book and everything, the Reader's Digest version of it, it makes me think that, yes, that is a very important time that a lot of people kind of overlook. What was it that kind of sparked your interest and made you think, I need to write about this?
Strangely enough, of course, you and I met and we talked about constitutional sound bites back at CPAC a couple of years ago, my first book. And part of constitutional sound bites addresses Article 6 of the Constitution. And Article 6 requires everybody that holds any kind of public office in any way, shape, or form in the United States to take an oath to support the Constitution. And strangely enough, it's an oath that I've taken 8 different times as a prosecutor, as a member of the bar, which is a member of the judicial branch, et cetera, et cetera. But strangely enough, I realized that taking a look at Article 6, people don't take an oath of office, really, or an oath to support the Constitution, actually, so that the president can serve 4 years, or so that a congressman can serve 2 years, or any of the technical details. Why did they? And the Constitution is actually the execution of the Declaration of Independence.
Right.
And really, when you're supporting the Constitution, what you're actually, people don't go out and we don't have military guys go out and die so that the senator can serve 6 years, right? That's not the point.
No, not at all.
The point is that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal and that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, and among those rights are the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's what we're supporting, and people don't understand that that's in fact what we're supporting. They don't know about it, and they need to know about it. A lot of people in school, they have folks memorize the preamble to the Constitution, we the people in order to create a more perfect union, etc. They should have them memorized in those 55 words from the Declaration of Independence, because that's the thing that should bind us together as Americans.
Right. Instead of the Great American Melting Pot, you have the actual setup of the first 55 words.
You've got the actual set of the first 55 words, and so I was inspired to do that. And I know you. I'll tell you what. Related to your show. This is the basis of the rest of American exceptionalism.
Yeah,
it's the launching.
Yep,
that's the launch pad.
We hope so.
For all of it.
Exactly.
And I think certainly I hope people take a look at it. Creating the Declaration of Independence is available on Amazon, and it'd be wonderful if folks would pick up a book. It's also in print and Kindle. And I periodically tweet about multiple things. I've got maybe 115,000 followers, so a couple of people are interested in a few things. And so at Shestokas. It's at SHESTOKAS. And Dylan, I will stick around. We'll talk about a couple other things, or if I can interject from time to time.
Sure. Absolutely. And the good best part is like you obviously have done this before because you saved me from having to ask you, while you're
Thank you.
how to find you, where the book was, and everything. It's almost like you've done interviews before. This is awesome.
It's like you've done this once or twice, huh?
I've done this once or twice, and actually I had an over-the-air radio show for 3 years down in Florida, out of Tampa, out of Fort Myers. I was over the air for 3 years. I did a show called Constitutionally Speaking.
There you go.
And the show, actually, we did promos for the show throughout the week called A Minute of Constitutionally Speaking. And I saved all those and collected 150 of them and organized them according to the Constitution. And that became Constitutional Soundbites. And that's why on the cover of that book, we got Ben Franklin in headphones, nice. Which a lot of people ask me
awesome.
about.
It is.
Yeah.
It's if he had lasted long enough, he'd have been the guy that made him.
Exactly.
He would have been the guy that made him, and he would have been the best radio talk show host ever.
I mean, he was a wonderful pamphleteer.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. But we do have a couple things that we did want to talk about. One of which that shouldn't get that doesn't need a terrible amount of talking, but one that we wanted to talk about because it's more local.
Yeah, well, I'd read it. It's not local.
I know it's not local to us, but it is local to some people.
To some people, not us. But yeah, apparently there's a school district in California.
Yes.
That parents are a little peeved about.
Oh, no, I don't. No, come on.
Yep, no.
Come on.
The headline is from the Blaze. It's parents outraged over district after a district moves a teen who allegedly threatened mass murder to a nearby school.
Oh, you're talking about that one teen that threatened to kill 30 people in their middle school the prior year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they basically just sent him off to a whole nother school
They took him out of one school and put him to another.
Because that's going to solve it.
Yeah.
That's going to... Parents at Sequoia Middle School in Pleasant Hill, California were unaware before school started that a 13-year-old boy... And that's 1-3.
1-3.
Arrested for making terroristic threats at another middle school in the district had been transferred to their children's school this year. Wow.
That's not cool.
All I can think of is this is just another mess. This is like Florida all over again.
David?
Yeah. Would you like to...
You don't know what to say outside of maybe the school where he was at. He was being bullied, and now he's going to someplace where they don't have bullies, and he'll be just fine.
So
maybe
here's the backstory. Now that you brought it up, here's the backstory. The teenager who attended Valley View Middle School in a nearby Concord, California, at the time He allegedly sent a Snapchat message to another student that said he planned to kill at least 30 people on the 7th of June.
It is oddly specific.
That is a very specific number.
Yeah.
According to authorities, a homophobic slur and a 30-gun emoji were included in the message, according to the KTVU.
Ha. A friend notified Concord Police Department, who seized numerous firearms from the teen's home and took him into custody on suspicion of terroristic threats, according to KTVU.
Now, this is in California, mind you, and in California, you can barely get a gun.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
And
I caught that too.
In this person's home.
Man.
Yeah, in this person's home, there was more than one.
Yeah. Oh, the
in
question
California.
is whose were they, though? That's the
They were
thing.
probably the parents.
Obviously. I would assume you can't get a 13-year-old a gun
No.
anywhere, let alone in California.
Well, I mean, you could get it under the table.
But I'm just saying, like, that's
pretty bad.
That's a lot. But I mean, don't you think
in Chicago there's a lot of 13-year-olds with guns?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's Chicago. That's true.
Exactly.
And it's got the toughest gun laws in the country.
Yes.
Oh, I know. My mom is from Illinois, and I keep telling her, I'm like, you realize that, I've got cousins and family who are
in some rough country.
Yeah, they're because they obviously do not agree with the way that Chicago is running the state.
So the educational zone, the educational department, they kind of copped out, and by that what I mean is yeah, they said, well, the person was interviewed by the police and by the FBI, and no criminal charges were ever prosecuted against him. And so we're going to stick with the educational side, and if something should happen where we have to discipline him in the school, then we will discipline him in the school, but if it happens to need police, then we will get the police.
I kind of think, though, if the FBI gets involved, that's kind of like, and when you're talking about school shootings, if the FBI gets involved, to me, that's kind of like
No.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say that's kind of a bad thing. That's almost like, I don't care where you go. Yeah, you can't arrest the kid or you can't do anything, but I kind of put him on like a
watch list.
I was gonna say, yeah, like a sexual predator kind of thing, where you go next door and go, hey, excuse me, I was accused of allegedly committing a terrorist or threatening to commit a terroristic act. Just so you know, I live over here and I'm going to this school.
Just so you know, I'm going to your kid's school next year.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
I mean,
it's actually a very difficult problem.
Yeah,
it
is very
in many
difficult.
respects. I mean, I don't know anything about the child, nor his family, nor any of the circumstances. He sent out the thing, and I don't know anything about the guns, who required the guns. But best as I can tell from what you're telling me, he didn't commit any crime.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he didn't commit any crime currently.
Yeah.
That's true.
He threatened to commit a crime.
But he is also a 13-year-old boy.
Yes, he is also
He's
a 13.
also a 13-year-old boy that says goofy, and they do goofy things. It's amazing any boy gets to be 21.
I agree.
But in the age that we live in, where we've had multiple school shootings, we just they just dropped a New Mexico training camp where they were training terrorist kids to go shoot up schools, and there's probably more.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, that was Islamic terror.
But still, I mean, it's one of those things that we unfortunately have hit that day and age, and I don't know if it's social media or what, but we've hit that point where you have to at least entertain the idea as a
that he may actually want
that
to
it
do
may
this.
be legitimate and not just 13, and that's the sad part. That's the sad part, because I remember even when I was a kid, you could say and do some things that you can't say or do now.
No, we played with guns. We played with cap guns and stuff. You could carry them around and go boom, boom, boom. And they'd have little explosions and things. Well, I'm older than you guys.
Still, but I get where you come from. I mean, you could play cowboys and Indians, and now it's Caucasians and indigenous people, and
it's not, and you can't have bows, and you can't have
and
knives,
and in this way, it's the cowboys are the ones turning around and going, "We're sorry, please, take your land back.
Please take your land back. We were terrible.
We're not worthy." Exactly.
What's the rest of the story? How did these parents find out about the kid at the new school?
They found out about it,
told
and it came out. Some parent found out. They signed a petition, and they pushed it through. We will be right.
Yeah.
Back.
Time's up. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
Gotta love it.
Do you take Viagra? Are you tired of overpaying for your pills? What if you could get the exact same results for a fraction of the price? Guaranteed. Well, now you can with Sildenafil, the active ingredient in Viagra. With 20 milligram generic Sildenafil tablets, you get the exact same results of Viagra for less than $2 per pill. And again, the results are guaranteed. That's right, absolutely guaranteed results for a fraction of the cost of Viagra. So give your wallet a break and call us toll-free at 800-441-1283 to get your generic Sildenafil delivered discreetly to your door. And of course, while saving hundreds of dollars, you'll also be saving time by saying goodbye to those long, embarrassing pharmacy lines once and for all. Again, just call 800-441-1283 and get your generic Sildenafil with a 100% money-back guarantee. Getting your pills doesn't get any easier or cheaper than this, so call 800-441-1283 now.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control over your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank account, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problems now by calling the experts at Tax Mediation Services and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. Tax Mediation Services is accredited by the Better Business Bureau. Call now for a free case review and a price protection guaranteed quote.
Call Tax Mediation Services now at 800-327-2381. That's 800-327-2381. 800-327-2381.
Hey, this is Dylan and Steven from Defenders of American Exceptionalism, here to give you the facts about hydration.
Thirst pains are real. Chronic joint pains, headaches, and ulcers can often spell dehydration. Water's needed to carry acidic waste away from the cells, and when we're dehydrated, these wastes don't get carried away, leading our nerves to interpret it as pain.
If you're tired, it may be dehydration. One study found that a mere drop in water levels in the body can cause a 25 to 30% loss in energy. Even a 3% drop can cause fuzzy thinking, brain fog, and a slower metabolism.
How do you remedy this? Some people may ask.
Earthwater. Go to earthwater.com/DOAE show to get yours now.
These bottles are packed with 70 plus trace minerals, 9.5 pH balance, no carbs, sugars, artificial sweeteners, preservatives, chemicals, or calories.
It's organic, gluten-free, and vegan as well because it's, well, water.
And with its high active carbon and molecular oxygen levels and antioxidants, it will hydrate you the way to a better life.
That's earthwater.com/DOAE show to get your bottles today.
earthwater.com/DOAE show.
Welcome back, everybody. Final segment, Defenders of American Exceptionalism.
Gosh, that went by fast.
God, it did, man. I swear it gets faster and faster.
Every single time.
Every single time.
I mean, on Saturday, it went by so quick.
Yeah, well, you're talking to John, and
that's true.
It's not hard, man.
It's really not.
Talking to John,
it's
like next thing you look up, you're like, holy crap, it's 30. It's been 3 hours already.
It's like, I'm really glad I have those segments already set out and planned.
Stop talking. We have to go to break. Okay.
Man, I'll tell you what. I'm thirsty.
Show off. Earthwater.com/DOA show. Anyway.
Go there.
So, finally, apparently, there is a new safe sex guide.
I'm sure some of you have heard about this.
There might be a few people.
Might be a few of you. If you listen to any of the other shows that some people listen to that also listen to ours, you probably heard about this.
The LGBTQIA.
No. Stop. It's not LGBTQ. Blah, blah. No, done. It's done. No more. Quilt bag 2.
Quilt bag 2. Well, this one doesn't have the 2 on
there. Well, they're wrong. It's quilt bag 2.
Sure. Apparently, they have a new sex guide.
Yes.
Because I guess you need to learn how to...
No. See, that's the thing. It's not that you need to learn about sex differently. It's that the original sex guides and sex education did not include gender-inclusive language because it was all binary language. It was all male-female. And it was... You were... a penis, meaning... Technically, a penis was called a penis. And lady parts were called lady parts. And that was it.
I love how you can say the one but not the other.
I can't say the other one. I can't do it. You can say penis on air, but I'm not going to say the other one. I don't feel comfortable saying it.
The hoo-ha. Anyway.
But so they have they have new guidelines, right?
But why would you need new guidelines when that's what it is?
People are non-binary.
It doesn't matter.
And they have a non-binary gender. But even if they have a specific sex organ, they are non-binary, and they need educational systems that include their non-binariness.
It doesn't make... Hold on, but that doesn't make sense. That really does not make sense. Because these non-binary, transitional...
Yeah.
Two-spirit, whatever. Let's take
Asexual.
Whatever. Let's take it away for a moment.
They're all by
just
themselves.
for a moment. Yeah, let's take it away just for a moment from the genitalia area.
Sure.
Okay.
Which is actually the entire conversation. But
Yes,
okay.
it is. But let's take it away for a moment.
Okay.
Okay, so these transitioning people.
You're gonna take away the genitalia area?
I know.
I'm just saying.
I know. See what I did there? I was waiting, and you just
No. I just wanted to.
Okay. They have arms,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just.
They're people.
They're people, so they have arms.
Yes. They have legs.
So because these are transitional, non-binary, blah blah blah,
yeah.
are we changing the names to those appendages as well?
No,
Why?
because they're arms.
Okay. But a
No,
penis.
no,
Hold on,
no.
a penis, regardless of what it's on, is suddenly not
Yes.
a penis.
That is
based
correct.
on who it is?
That is correct. Based upon the gender that they feel that day, it is no longer referred to as such. And by that I mean the lady parts mainly.
Huh.
Because apparently if you have female parts, it is now no longer called
The female part.
vagina.
I just saw you cringe when you said that. That was
I did.
weird.
I do. So, so funny thing. We teach our kids about genetics because they ask, and so no, that is a vagina. So I'll tell my kid this, but for some reason I feel really awkward saying this on air.
I don't know if you could turn any more red than you are right now, but anyway,
You're more red than I am, I promise. Anyway,
I'm sunburnt. You're embarrassed.
yeah,
anyway,
it's true. All right, so instead of calling it the vagina, they're calling it the front hole.
I thought that was your mouth.
No, that is a pie hole.
Oh,
There's
sorry.
a difference.
Common mistake. Feel free to jump in here, by the way, David. Anytime you feel you got.
I'm still trying to figure out what the UINA are in quilt bag.
Oh no! So you have queer questioning. You have undecided.
Okay.
Now, bear in mind,
I is intersex.
What's the I?
I is intersex.
And the A?
Asexual.
I've never heard of the A before. From
Asexual.
the bag part.
Asexual.
Oh, asexual.
Yeah. What do you call that?
hermaphroditic.
Yeah. They're hermaphrodites.
Oh no.
Or they just don't care about sex
that's
at
the
all.
binary people. That's the ultimate binary people.
That's what I thought.
No. Apparently, they're either one of two. They're one of two in this. So it's the ultimate binary is asexual. You're either a hermaphrodite in which you have both, or you do not care about sex at all.
Which means you're a eunuch.
No, because you haven't had
Not
anybody cut that
necessarily.
off.
Oh, but you still don't care about it because you don't have. Anyway.
So yeah, so you have a front hole and you have a back hole.
No.
Isn't that something you work in the yard with?
That's it. See what you did there. That's awesome. Go, David.
Good job.
Thank you for playing our game.
Yes, very good.
It doesn't make any sense. Like, okay, again, they're changing this stuff. These are scientific terms. Again, this is the same thing as calling your arm an arm, or
I heard something about that today, and the complaint was apparently that all these names were given by old white guy scientists.
Goes back to the patriarchy.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Old white scientists. Everything's old white scientists. You know what else is old white science? Which is why this is coming into play. Logic.
Well.
Oh yeah.
Logic. And this is the postmodernism, means anything that is representative or represented by anything that came from the past.
Yep.
Anything that came from the past before postmodernism has to be destroyed. And so that means our Constitution. That means our Bill of Rights. That means the true understanding of American exceptionalism, which...
Well, that means everything. That means
everything.
No
Logic,
more
science.
But yeah, I was gonna say science itself is completely done. And
your cell phone.
But here's my thing. Okay, so all right, fine. I will, in a very long distance kind of a way. All right, I will meet you at that point. Okay, fine. You feel the need that you have to change all of this stuff.
Sure.
Front hole and back hole is the best that you can come up with? I'm being like seriously, you can't come up with something else like look.
That is the most non-gendered version.
But I was gonna say these old crusty white people that you're so against.
Oh, by the way, they didn't give an actual name to the male sex organ.
Of course not. But they these old crusty white dudes at least used Latin for a
What
majority
about
of their
the folks
stuff.
that have no front hole?
Thank you.
That's the point.
That's the point. Apparently, there is no front hole.
There's no front hole for the. Well, I mean, there is sort of, but there's not.
There's the pie hole, yes.
There you go.
Yeah, we have the pie hole.
We have that
we
one.
like some pie.
My belly says that too. But again, like the old crusty white guys used Latin to come up with a lot of the names that we now know, the technical terms today.
Right.
So you mean to tell me that these enlightened individuals that are trying to rebuild everything after destroying the patriarchy, air quotes, they couldn't pick another dead language or another type and use it to nothing. No, we have to pig Latin, something. No, we have to just go, let's open up a 3rd grade reading book and go front hole, done.
That's a hole in the front between your legs, and then there's another one behind you. So we're going to call that the front hole and the back hole.
I'm surprised. I feel, every time you keep saying back hole, I keep thinking of a golf. Like, I don't know why, but like the back nine. I don't know why. I hate golf. I don't know why I thought of
Oh, another term is internal genitalia.
But
for the front hole.
But it's not internal.
And I'm surprised they kept genitalia.
Yeah, I
know, right?
That's an old white guy term.
It
is.
Because they haven't thought of anything else. They need to have something else in it a little bit. That'll change too. Don't worry. It's coming. It's coming. I don't understand.
I see this coming to a head. And
oh my goodness.
with postmodernism as it comes out, these people are going to push themselves to such an extreme that nobody will follow anymore.
We can only hope.
I'm hoping it comes sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Because this is
just like the sounder on our set.
It's just painful. That came quick, man. That music started playing quick. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. David Shestokas. I got it. Hey, I got it.
Hey, you got it perfect. Dylan.
Yay!
Thank you.
I look. It only took
you did it.
3rd time's a charm. David, thank you so much for hanging out with us and everything. Again, real fast. Name of your book, where they can be found, social medias, go.
Creating the Declaration of Independence. It's on Amazon, both in print and Kindle. You can find me on Twitter at Shestokas, SHESTOKS. Join my group on Facebook, Dave Shestokas on the Constitution. We talk about constitutional things that are in the news.
There you go.
So it'd be great. It was great to be with you guys, and this is the perfect show to talk about the Declaration of Independence. It's what launched American Exception.
We'll have you back on for sure, David. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, guys. Go to DOAShow.com, DOA Show on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube's for everything that is us. Guys, we will see you next time. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.